In this video, I'm going to talk about how to build a self-driving company. No, I'm not talking about a car company. What I'm talking about is a company that can largely run itself. Uh, just for context, I'm a solo founder. I've been running a services business for some time. And what I've seen is being a solo founder can be great in many ways, or even if you're a small team, you have a lot of autonomy. You work on many different things in any given day, from sales to marketing to product or building your service and delivering your service. All of that is great, but every solo founder, every small team that I know runs into a similar challenge at some point in their journey. And that challenge is, how do you scale yourself? How do you get your time back? With so many different things to do in any given day, how do you make sure you have enough time to think about the bigger picture, and so that you're not spending all your time on doing all of the day-to-day work? In the past, the primary option available to you was going and essentially hiring up a team or raising a bunch of capital, uh, which are good options. But at the same time, you also either have to give up ownership of your company to do that, or it creates a lot of outside pressure for you to then run your company in a certain way. So the nice thing is we now have an alternative to having to go and raise capital or having to build up enough of demand so that then you can hire up a team and bootstrap. A third option now is, can you scale yourself through AI and automation? And so this is an area I've been looking at pretty closely to see. Of course, there's a lot of hype out there, but what is the practical reality? How much of your business can actually be automated? Can you truly build a self-driving company? Um, and which pieces does it make sense to automate? Uh, I'm also very interested in what are the pieces, as a human, as a real person. There's no, of course, AI and automation are great, but I also want to keep the fun parts of the company and still work on the things that I enjoy. So what is the role for human founders, human teams in this new reality, where a lot can be automated? So I'm not going to cover all of that in this single video. Today, what I'll talk about is just the fundamentals of how I think you can build a self-driving company and the areas that I'm experimenting with in my company. And then hopefully I'll try to produce more content on how to actually automate different pieces that I think are important to automate, which includes the tools, the processes, and basically just sharing with you the best resources I've found in those areas, or not found. In some cases, maybe it's not possible to automate. So for this video, I'll give you a quick introduction of what I mean when I say self-driving company. What are the key areas that I think need to be automated? And then in future videos, I'll talk more about how to actually do that. So let me jump into um, for what are the things that you actually want to do before we talk about automation. What are the um, things that a company, especially like a solo founder business, or if you're a software company, this could also be if you're a services company, what are the things that you actually need to do in your business? So to me, there's three engines for a self-driving company. There's the discovery engine, which is things like strategy, research. It's ultimately trying to answer the question, hey, what's the right thing to build, or what's the right thing that I want to offer? Um, the second is the delivery engine, which is really all about, if you're a software company or a product company, it's really all about building something and shipping it fast with quality. And if you're a service company, it's all about delivering your service. The third thing is what I would call the distribution engine, which is about getting and retaining customers. Um, so, especially if you're a B2B company, it's going out, driving sales, getting meetings. Um, these are, to me, the three critical engines for a self-driving company. And for any company, really, these are the three critical things that you need to do to run your company. And I'm sure there's other things out there. I'm sure if there's something I missed, let me know. But to me, these are the critical functions that a company needs to perform. As a solo founder, as a small team, a lot of this onus falls on your shoulders to do this all yourself. So then the question is, how much of these three engines can be automated? So let's dig a little bit deeper. Underneath each engine, there's a set of activities that you or someone needs to perform. So in the discovery engine, I've tried to shortlist these. I'm sure you can come up with a list of a million things, but I've tried to shortlist here what I think are the essential activities. So underneath the discovery engine, ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to understand the market, you're trying to understand customers, and what that leads to is defining your vision and your strategy. The second thing is under delivery. If you're a software company, there's three fundamental activities that you're doing there. You're going from idea. So let's say I have an idea, I have a feature idea, I have a product idea. I need to turn that idea into some kind of requirements or something that a team or through automation that I can build. So then you're going from requirements to a set of designs or wireframes or mock-ups that conceptualize that idea visually. And then you need to turn that into live code. Finally, there's a set of activities around distribution. So distribution is, as I said, all about getting and retaining customers. For most companies, to me, the essential activities are, one, you're trying to generate organic demand. And that really boils down to social media, whether it's LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, Facebook. And that to generate that organic demand, it's really all about creating content and creating high quality content. The second thing is, of course, you're creating content organically, and maybe we could lump in like outbound marketing and things like that in there too. But the second thing is around getting meetings. So you're creating content, especially if you're a B2B company, particularly, you need to meet with your potential customers, right? And you need a way to get meetings. And finally, whether it's creating content, whether it's getting meetings, those things need to turn into sales and revenue. So the contracting process, getting somebody to sign off on things. Sometimes you have to pitch. If you're a B2B company, you may have to do a lot more human work on this. If you're a B2C, it might be much more productized. But to me, these three engines and these 9 activities underneath each engine are the critical things that your business needs to do. So the question is, how much of this can we actually automate to get to a self-driving business? That is going to be the focus of the series of next sets of videos that I record. I've been looking very closely at each piece of this, at different activities within the list that you see here. For myself, to really understand, hey, how much of this can I automate? What's practical? And what are the things that I want to leave in as things that I either want to do or things where I think human sort of creativity or judgment is really important. So I'm going to try to walk through this. It's definitely been helpful to me as a learning activity. Hopefully it's helpful for you. In the next video, the first place where we're going to start, I'm not going to go in order, but the first place where we're going to start is content creation. So just as a preview, I think there's a lot of opportunities for automation in the delivery and the distribution side. So those are the areas where I'm going to start first. And in the next video, where I'll focus on is content creation and what I've learned there. So hopefully you'll follow along for the journey and hit the follow button or hit subscribe, and you can follow along as I share all of the learnings that I'm getting from building a self-driving company. So thanks for following along, and look forward to catching up in the next video.